The Pacers didn't win it, but you know what? It's a series. It's tied at 2.
This team has gone a lot farther than anybody really, most people thought anyway. And to have already won one at OKC, you know, now the Thunder won one at Indiana. So it's really just a roll of the dice.
It's a good series, and it's good basketball, and I think that's what a lot of people were talking about. We were talking about Caitlin Clark on the other side of things. She supports that team a lot. She's going to be back in the game tonight. She's going to be returning in a game. So it's just a lot of people watching basketball, some late nights out there.
Yeah, and let's not, for us hockey fans, forget the Stanley Cup Finals are going on. Not that there's any team in it that I care about.
That's happening now.
The Edmonton Oilers.
The Edmonton Oilers.
And that tier series is tied 2-2.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Leagues, we see what you're doing.
A lot of exciting. And the U.S. Open is going on. And a longtime WNDU employee announced his imminent retirement.
Yes, that's about Mark Peterson.
I have a little poem for him.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had to know that was coming, right?
I should have.
Yeah, so here you go. Mark Peterson says he's calling it quits after 14,600 days. I think whoever hired that guy deserves a really big raise. It's just my personal opinion.
That's great.
You know who that is?
Was it you?
That was me.
What? You hired him, of course.
Hey, I get a raise. Yeah, that's Mark. It was June 24th, 1985.
What?
Right. So I started here in 1980. Okay. You know, February of '81-ish. Okay. And by that point, I was the assistant news director, and I hired Mark Peterson. So
is he still the same
local
person?
radio. He was a local radio guy. I loved his voice, and a great reporter. So
is he still the same person?
Yes, he is. He very much is. And nobody, and I'll talk about this later when we get to that day, but nobody writes a story like Mark Peterson. He has a very unique style. It's all his own. No one else can read a Mark Peterson script. I will tell you that.
That's true.
All right, so congratulations to him, and more coming because it's not till the 24th is his last day. All right, take a look at the campus here of Notre Dame. It looks kind of gray, to be honest with you, but it's going to brighten up later in the day. 61 degrees right now. The same thing along the Lake Michigan shoreline where it is 63 degrees. It's warmed up a little bit. The water temperature, as we'll find out in a moment, still about there, 62, 63 degrees. One thing that's very clear is that you can see the stationary frontal boundary that goes all the way from Missouri up to New England, and some pretty heavy rainfall, especially around the Cleveland area today, but also here in Indiana, southeast of us here in Michiana. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, but you can see this line from about Peru and Indianapolis up to Fort Wayne, kind of following I-69. You can also see the high clouds that are the thickest clouds are beginning to retreat off to the southeast. You can see some clearing skies. You don't see it in our sky view just yet because there's still a lot of low clouds here over Lake Michigan. But all of this will be retreating down to the southeast, and these clouds will break up as we get into especially the late afternoon hours when we expect to see some sunshine in between in the gap here, which right now they've got some sunshine up in parts of the lower peninsula of Michigan, a little bit farther north. You can see the current temperatures in the low 60s around us with those light east winds. The Lake Michigan beach forecast, if you're headed up there, you know, actually we're not going to warm up the air temperature that much. I mentioned it's going to be about 77, 78 here inland, but you can see they're going to struggle to get into the 70s today, out of the high 60s into the low 70s. But these water temperatures, 63 degrees, 62 degrees over at Warren Dunes, still quite chilly as far as the water. And that's the reason that these shoreline temperatures are so much cooler. They're very much influenced by that water temperature there. The precipitation trend over the next several days. Actually, you know, today just maybe some few sprinkles early on. Tomorrow, nothing. Monday, nothing. But then you can see we get into the middle of the week and we get the heat really building up. A lot of people have been asking, when is it finally going to get warm? Well, we'll have a couple of days in there where it'll be like 86, 87 degrees. The humidity levels will be much higher, and it produces the possibility, especially on Wednesday, of some strong storms. So we'll be first alerting you to that as we get closer. Future tracks showing this rain shield's just retreating out of here. By 4 o'clock this afternoon, we should be breaking into the sunshine, especially up to the northwest from about Lake Michigan down through South Bend. Still a few clouds down southeast, but you see how rapidly those go away, so that by 7, 8 o'clock, certainly before sunset tonight, we should be seeing a good deal of sunshine. Low tonight right around 59, 60 degrees. Tomorrow we warm it up a little bit. We get up around 80, 81, something like that, and a lot of sunshine for Father's Day. And as we take a look at your 10-day forecast, if you've got a golf date, for example, if you're a dad, and I can't think of offhand a dad who has a golf date tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's me. That's right. Yeah. It should be a pretty nice day tomorrow, whether you're in the morning or in the afternoon. But as you get into the middle of the week, you notice that heat and humidity increases. We do have a bit of a chance there. And we're going to give you a look at the 16-day outlook when we come back after a short break.
Thinking of skipping your AC tune-up this year? Think again. Don't spend this summer hoping your air conditioner works. Be sure with help from the team at Legacy. An annual tune-up keeps your system running safely and efficiently when you need it most. Avoid costly repairs, breakdowns, and keep your system running for years to come. Trust the team with a local Legacy. Visit LegacyHeatingandAirInc.com for easy online scheduling and special offers today. While you're there, sign up for an annual maintenance plan and leave the worry to us.
And there's that 16-day I mentioned. So now we're going to go out a little bit more than 2 weeks. And you can see Father's Day there on the far left. That, of course, is tomorrow. The first day of summer is June 20th, the summer solstice. That would be the most daylight of the year. And then the days start getting shorter, unfortunately, the amount of sunshine. You know, but we've got some very warm temperatures. The average line there goes from 70